Correct me if I'm wrong, but we should all die.
Lifestyles of the broke and famous, trying to figure out what my goals and aims is. Going down a road that
And we're back! Welcome to Correct Me If I'm Wrong, a show where me and my 4 friends this time around on the A-Team correct each other's opinions. Let's go around and introduce yourselves. We have 2 returning members here, Mr. Tom Myring and Mr. Max Smith.
Thank you.
Thank
you, kindly.
Max, introduce yourself.
My name is Max Smith. Alright, passing on to Alan here.
Go
ahead, buddy.
Alright, and we have 2 new A-Team
Brand
members.
spanking new member right here. I'm Alan Jurak. I am the brother of the other new member. And
Not only brother,
But twin.
identical.
yeah, we're mixing it up with the demographics here, getting some twin perspective.
We need a twin perspective. James, do you want to introduce yourself now?
He's a little shy.
Yeah,
Don't
he's
worry,
a little
guys.
shy. He doesn't know how to
He's
say.
Asian.
Hello,
Alan is not Asian.
my name is James, also not Asian, just white. Mainly white.
All right, thank you for clarifying.
Okay, and I am the
Not Polish.
I'm the second returning member. I'm Tom Myring, and I am Polish.
And what other races are you?
50% unknown.
Are you racist?
And are you racist?
Are you
racist?
Go around in a circle and say if you're racist.
Alan?
Racist or no?
Everybody is a little bit racist.
Okay.
But no, I
So that
like to
answers-
think I'm
Alright,
not.
that's a yes.
I like to think I'm
That's a
not.
yes.
Get out, pay him his money and get him out of here, dude.
Alright.
Get him out of here, man.
Only sexist for me.
So the winner of last week's podcast,
kidding.
the winner of
kidding.
last week's podcast isn't here. So I guess I don't know.
Who was
how
that,
to choose
Neil?
an order. No, Clinker.
Let's
won.
have
Oh my God.
let's
Oh
have
my
James
God.
choose the order. I feel like that'd be.
Do we have to
interesting,
talk
huh?
about Clinkert's name
Yeah, I
again?
feel like that.
Yeah,
would be
if
best.
I just want to point out, I mean, if one of you guys have that beautiful topic talking about Clinkert's name, please bring it up because that's
I really think he needs to do something about it.
I think his name
Oh, you
is
have wait.
nice.
You have that topic, right, Max?
yeah, he still does. Don't tell people.
Repeat
Don't
topic?
spoil it.
Sorry, I'm not gonna spoil that. I'm
All
gonna
right,
talk
James,
about
do you want to
Clinker.
choose the order? You can
I'd
choose
rather
who
be
goes
named
first.
Quinkard than Jercock.
Yeah, their last name is Jerkcock.
It's really not.
Seriously,
but
no joke.
Just kidding.
Don't worry.
My name's better.
Oh.
Quinkard, if you're hearing this.
Yeah, I like
Dude,
I like
don't
the
defend
I like
Clinkard.
I think your name is Jerkat, actually,
Can you
right?
stop moving things all over this
Yeah,
table?
Sorry.
I like the abbreviation
Really gotta-
Quink. I think Quink is a really
Yeah, Quink was a good.
real good.
Yeah,
real
but
good.
Quink.
once you bring it to Jimmy
Oh
Clinker,
right, Clink.
once you bring it to Jimmy Clink, I don't know what
All
to
right,
do about
I'll
it.
choose order here.
Yeah, choose order.
I choose John 1,
Oh.
Alan 2,
Oh.
Holy shit, that's pretty insane.
me 3, Max 4, Tom 5.
Wow.
Nice, nice.
I like it. I like it.
Seriously, that's really good.
I came
I'm
up
so
with that.
impressed.
You
Yeah,
really could have
you-
fucked up
Anything
there and
James
done
could
something. He really could have just
Me
I'm
won
surprised.
because I'm the best.
could have just ruined the podcast with the order.
Wait, John, you're first, man.
Yeah, I guess I'm first. I've
Take
been
it away.
first in a while.
Take it away, buddy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we should all die. That's not a joke.
Wow, very interesting actually.
Bold-
I'm already
opening.
with you here.
There's a there's a little
Is this a
thing.
cult offering? Or are you?
There's a little thing called. You guys heard of it? Called
Jonestown.
Called
You didn't say-
Vilka.
Oh,
Vilka?
Vilka.
Nope.
How do you spell that?
Vilka.
Never heard of this.
Vilca.
Vilka.
It's a
Polish,
mixture
right?
of a bunch of stuff. DMT. You guys know what DMT is?
Yeah.
do
Yes,
the
I
audience
do.
members?
No.
What is DMT?
It's released in your body.
Dimethyltryptamine.
Yes, it's released in your body while you dream. Also, when you die.
Holy.
Also, just because I'm now hearing that it's dimethyltryptamine, it makes me think that tripping comes from tryptamine. Anyone
do you
want to
really?
give their thoughts on that?
Yeah,
correct
probably
me if
not.
I'm wrong, but tryptamine,
Great
tripping.
thought.
Forget about
go.
my
Alright.
forget about my
Moving
topic.
Okay.
What else is in it? Botanine, which is a poison.
Like Botox. That's in Botox.
Where are you
right?
going with this, bud?
what is
No, I
this?
think that.
Oh,
What are you
okay,
doing
I thought you
here?
were
So
right.
Vilka,
They're trying to make fun of me, dude.
Vilka is made of these two things, DMT and botanine, which is poison.
Isn't
You take-
botanine actually in Botox?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay, you can look at it next time. So you snort this, and it's
When you die, you
it
snort
simulate no. You snort this, and it basically simulates death because it slows down your respiratory system, shuts down your organs pretty much, and you go into this state of just tripping basically. And what happens when you die because you're filled with DMT?
Damn.
I think everyone should experience this because
Jesus.
How many times have you done it, John?
I haven't done it yet. Because just imagine, if you experience death, what else could you fear
Dying, and then not being there for the rest of
besides that?
everything.
Actual death.
That's
and
pretty
not
big
like-
Personally,
not
I
like
mean, besides
practice.
that.
I think
It's a pretty big thing.
Okay, but I know. I
don't-
agree with you on that.
All right.
I don't know. I don't really want to ever
Pain.
try
Fear
DMT
pain.
or anything.
Feeling pain?
Fear a lot of pain.
Okay, but
getting cut in
imagine if
half.
you legit felt what death was. What would you? How would you?
I don't.
live?
I
What
don't
would
want
you
to do
live
that.
like
I don't
after
want to try DMT because before I die, because I feel like that's one redeeming factor about dying, that you're comforted and stuff with a feeling you've never felt, that
That's not.
just
That's the
eases
opposite
your-
of comforting. It's a feeling you've never felt.
Yeah, but
isn't
I
it?
really
it's supposedly
What it's not like, yeah.
feels very good, and you're just
I want to hear.
I don't
about,
know exactly.
I
what
really
it feels
want to hear
like, but-
about people who have done Vilca, because that would be actually hearing what it's like to die, because
You should have
when you
done it
die-
and then come to
since
us.
DMT
Yes, I know.
No.
I listened to a podcast.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
this
there's
guy
also the,
explained
what podcast?
it. Pointless.
There's also the
Shouts
David.
to Pointless.
Yeah, shouts
Love
to
you
There's also the
guys,
David and Bob
hashtag-
We'll
show.
take your cash for
Follow
the.
us.
For
The David and
shout-out.
Bob show. You remember that skit?
What's
With
good?
David, the one with the kid that wrote the book about dying.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a funny skit.
I think that's what it's like.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool idea to think that when you die, DMT could when DMT is released, and it could give you a really good trip, which could be like heaven, and then a really bad trip would be like hell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
maybe,
but I-
So
It's
maybe
just
that's
permanent.
the origins of heaven and hell.
What if-
maybe people almost died and then they saw heaven?
What if you're
Almost died, saw
shot
heaven.
in the head though?
Who knows?
I'm pretty sure DMT doesn't release at that point.
Yeah, I think it.
If you're just if your head just cut off, what happens?
your head, if your
You
head's
run
cut
around
off,
like a
you
chicken.
survive for a few seconds.
You turn into
What
a
So you're,
survives?
you're saying that in that
Yeah, your brain's
DMT
fine.
trip
Yeah,
for
your
a
brain's
second.
a lot.
Yeah, there's
Like,
still,
you're still conscious.
yeah, there's still
seconds,
oxygen
like a
in
few
that blood.
seconds.
Yeah, there's still
Have you ever seen a
oxygen.
chicken with its head cut off?
I mean,
Yeah,
but
there's
no,
one
it
chicken that
stops circulating
survived
after,
for
a second.
years, but
Yeah.
it's with no
Side
head.
conversations.
Right.
There's one chicken
Wait,
that
what's your
survived for
correct me if I'm
years
wrong?
without.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We should all
Do you even
die.
have one?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what's your
should all
ultimatum here? That we should all try Vilca?
We should all
or
die?
that
I think that's. I think your life would be benefited from doing that.
I don't think so.
I think I disagree, honestly.
I feel like you're basing your fear of death on the actual feeling of passing away, and not the oh shit, I'm losing everything that I've known
Right.
moment, and
Yeah.
not I don't fear
The moment.
the moment of death. I
Right.
fear
The fact
Losing-
that you're dead for the
yeah.
rest of it,
yeah.
Well, I fear from everything I've heard, actually dying isn't that bad for the person personally. Just the people you the
What have you
fact.
heard?
It's the people that die and
yeah,
come back
no,
to life.
people
Type
a lot-
thing.
No,
depending
it's
on how you die.
the people
From
you
my
just
ghost friends.
feel it's way worse for the
From
people that
friend under my
are the loved ones of the person that dies.
Wait, say
The
again?
person that dies is happy to finally be going. A lot of the time they're really old, decrepit, and it's mainly just the
feel
loved
like-
ones.
So
that,
dying of
I
old
feel like
age.
when you're
like it.
really old, you're it's coming
Yeah.
your whole life, and you're ready to die more. than-
I can't even imagine being ready to
Yeah,
die.
that's
It's
interesting.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out. Maybe we should have a
They-
podcast when we're freaking 90.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
follow up on this.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, guys. Supporters.
me if I'm wrong, but I've had a great life.
all of our correct me if I'm wrongs are just I'm ready to die.
Shit, that was mine.
My life achievements are over. I've just done everything I want to do.
John, you have anything more to say on your Vilca?
That was a cool topic.
Well,
but
yeah,
I honestly think I disagree. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought Alan's point was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I'd say I disagree, kind of.
Yeah.
But that's a really cool
I think it'd still be a pretty cool
good thought,
experience.
dude.
Well, I
Yeah.
disagree because DMT's been brought up before, and I just don't. I don't want to experience it until I
I
die.
don't
Would
know.
you guys want to live?
DMT
Would you
is
rather
insane.
live for 2,000 years or the regular 100 years?
2,000.
definitely
At this
2000.
point, 2000.
Just to
Yeah,
see
2000,
how
like-
society progresses, but there may just be
Alright,
a
that's
point
a
where I
bad question.
want to get rid of myself because society
Yeah.
sucks.
I feel like living
Yeah.
forever.
How about you?
that.
How about this? How about you have to live? You can either live for like 50,000 years, no matter what happens, you're always alive for 50,000 years, or just 100.
Damn.
I think just 100.
Yeah, that's a real hard
50,000
What
is
if
too
you're, like,
much. 'cause,
really-
I'm
like,
going 50,000.
What if
The
you're
world
really
would go to-
That's actually
depressed?
crazy.
the world's gonna go to shit within 50,000
Dude,
years. I think.
some people are ready to die at like 100. Yeah. What
Well,
if you
dude,
live
you also-
50,000.
You also have to like
crazy.
contemplate like what if the Earth is destroyed in like 10,000? You're just like floating through space for 40,000 years
in a lot
until
of
you
pain,
die.
like burning
Oh my
alive.
god, that's terrible.
you're just suffocating
100.
for like 40,000
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, you're just
Like, you can't die.
yeah, you're just a human. You're just a human asteroid like praying to hit a planet. Like
Bad idea. Forget I said that. Alright, but that was cool.
Living
No,
forever.
No, I
sounds
don't
as
think
scary
the
as
Earth
dying.
will like be gone
Maybe
in
death
50,000
is
years.
forever.
It's gonna be like a billion years, I think, until like the sun is too close.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long time.
well, yeah, it wouldn't be.
It
the
might be
sun.
like unsustainable,
Yeah.
but
I guess yeah, there would be some circumstances for you to being rocketed into
Yeah.
space. But yeah, all right, moving on. I guess.
This is
But yeah, it was an interesting topic. Oh, okay,
So,
I'm being brought
Rated
up.
on a scale from 1 to 10.
7. Sorry, John. Gonna give you a 7. on
alright,
that one.
Alan, you're up next.
Give you
All right.
7.25.
The twin.
Wow, thanks.
Here's my topic. Our kids are going to be really fucking weird
What? Why?
because this is
I feel
here's
like
my
that's
thoughts.
weird. I
Like
think
our,
that's
like,
mean
us,
to me.
Our kids and like I guess like
Like our generation? Or
John's,
No,
John's
not-
kid's name is going to be Coins George. You think you could possibly be weird with Coins George as
Yeah.
a freaking name?
Coins.
coins, George.
I can't wait to name my son that, and you're calling him weird
John
already.
coined that name himself.
All right, I'm not talking about names. I'm not talking about names or any of that. I'm talking about
Personality.
personality.
Okay.
I'm talking about what they like, dislike, things like that. So, just like maybe
what
not.
aspect? Just our kids, like us.
No, maybe not.
Like
no.
us five?
I'm saying like generational. Our kids, maybe like our like the kids in
to
middle
us?
school and like elementary school. Like okay, so everyone alive right now and like their kids are gonna be really weird. Like so like
Why?
40 years from now.
Dude, yeah. Hey, this was like this is a Family Guy joke. Like, there's an old guy, like looking at like, it was like an old guy who was like supposed to be us, like 80 years from now, and he was looking at like kids like from the younger generation, and he was like, God, back in my day, we used to have artists like Justin Bieber and Katy Perry and like stuff like that.
God, love those guys.
Yeah,
actually,
that's like gonna be
I love-
crazy. Okay, I just realized I didn't do.
Amazing
Correct me
artists.
if I'm wrong.
Oh,
But our kids are gonna be
Okay,
really
thanks.
fucking weird.
Well,
so
to
I
us-
at
just-
first,
Okay,
I
yeah,
thought,
no,
at
every-
first I
like,
thought you were just
dude.
saying a statement.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I
imagine
knew
how-
that was your topic.
Yeah.
sorry, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Our kids are
kidding,
going to
I-
be
we
really
all
fucking
knew that
weird.
was your
Okay, like imagine
So, yeah.
imagine us to like our parents, like the
That's
fact
exactly
that
what I'm
we
saying.
The fact
like
that we drink
they
water.
use like typewriters and like didn't have like computers at all, and now like
my mom
I've-
had computers.
Maybe when they were
Yeah, the difference between us is like
computers came around in like the 90s. Like well, like
the internet,
90s, they were
the
kind
World
of
Wide Web.
yeah, the internet
But-
was.
So this is my topic though. Like
PCs.
there's a few like things as to why like I'm saying this.
Macklemore will be old,
It is
Is that why?
Macklemore will be really
That's
old.
why.
and he won't be able to make like good songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Influence
you won't be able to
generation.
influence the younger generation.
Exactly. Who will
With his
encourage the
beautiful
youth
voice
to
and
thrift? Who?
gospelist
Tender
lyrics.
sympathies.
But,
Gospelist
okay.
is the worst.
So we've got major problem is I'm a victim of it myself. Is like
You're weird.
screen addiction and just like screen addiction, like the addiction to like constant stimulation and like
They'll be addicted to virtual reality.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
virtual
like
reality
that.
for sure.
The breakdown of marriage. I'm no like
They will fall
supporter
into
of
that, like,
breakdown of
hard.
marriage. I'm no like
Really
big
the main
supporter of like religious marriage or whatever like that. Like I don't like value the instant. I'm not talking about breakdown of marriage of like man and woman or whatever. I'm talking about like how marriage and like being satisfied with one person in today's society, like being with only one person and the satisfaction with that is like breaking down. Like I don't know. I'm personally like I feel it's gonna be very hard for me to like actually find that one that I'm gonna be satisfied my entire life with, and I feel like divorce is just gonna be more and more common, stuff like that.
I disagree with that.
That's why we have this. That's why. Correct me if I'm wrong. But and then third thing that I just want to talk about like
Oh my God.
is music and how like our kids, how music is gonna evolve and like how weird
Yeah, we
music
listen to
is
like
gonna be.
rap, like weird rap.
It's gonna
and,
be.
like,
It's
Katy
literally
Perry
gonna be
and stuff.
robots
Yeah.
going boop boop Boop. With
But,
a
like,
sick
how-
beat.
Future music.
Like, that's the
Just
thing.
all electronic.
Future-
probably.
This is
Human
future,
this is human music.
Yeah.
It's definitely like an interesting.
What's that from?
Rick and
Rick
Morty.
and Morty.
Rick and Morty, best show ever. So,
Shout out Rick and
Already
Morty.
shouted it out
shouts
before.
to Rick
so.
and Morty, Justin Roiland. If you
No,
listen
but
to
like
this,
to our parents, we
right here.
to our parents we seem so weird. Like especially the generation like of kids now that are like 10 years old or whatever. They've grown up with iPads like in
Yeah,
their
exactly.
hands.
That's
Like-
exactly the problem. Is like kids nowadays are like getting Facebook at 6 and like messaging their friends and
Facebook.
It's
texting them at
ridiculous.
6.
Yeah.
How
And
do they
it's-
know how to type?
Like I've never like tried to test if kids are still like socially adept or whatever, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of.
We should all test.
kid, how many
Yeah.
girls? Are
Are you socially adept, sir?
have a conversation with me.
Sir, go up to that random person and say hello.
But I just think it's like a huge issue, and I don't really know how we can combat it because everyone is going to still want to keep their Facebook profile, like going to want to stay addicted to their phone. But I
There's
don't
gonna
really
have to be like a Hitler
Yeah, like the problem
that
is,
shuts it all down.
like this has been a problem for like past generations for so long, but the problem with technology is it goes in like an exponential pattern. Like so they haven't had to worry about it as much, and like every newer generation has to worry about it more because the pattern of technology is getting higher and higher in one lifetime than it ever has before. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it
they
should
say
be-
in 30 years we're gonna have what's it called, AI. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's going to change the whole
And
dating
compared
world.
to now, it's crazy.
we have AI right now. Like her?
So-
Is it gonna be like her?
Yeah.
Generations
My
are going to
favorite
That'd
movie?
be,
quicker
oh
and
my
quicker
god,
and
that'd be
quicker and quicker.
insane.
well, yeah, our kids are gonna be like. I don't know if they're gonna be weird, but they're gonna be like.
So
Tight.
different.
Their world
Like,
is
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
like my kids.
They'll be
changing
chill.
so rapidly.
Like the definition of socially adept will be like so much
depends-
different.
it depends.
Yeah,
Like-
it will be like if you know how to Facebook message people, then you're socially adept.
Oh, I
Yeah.
Well,
hate.
it kind
I
of
hate the
has to
idea
do
of
with
that.
our lives now, though, too. Like,
Yeah,
if you
but
know,
I
if you know how to
put-
text people, you're
Yeah.
like better at.
Like
Exactly,
social
but
skills are measured
I
by
still disagree with that, and like people in the next generation will all pretty much agree with that. Like I don't think that's social texting, but I think the people below us will think
Yeah, I'm
that's
not
social.
a huge like texter. I don't like have conversations with people on the
You don't
daily.
have girls
just,
to
like,
text.
have plenty, sir.
Well, I think texting is a useful tool to like get to know people, and then like
like
at a
getting to
certain
know
point,
and news,
well, like
right, Tom?
Guys, all those
yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
Like-
shout out to
Shout
just
out to
like
my
a
girl.
huge crime.
When you
It's
like,
very
Shout out to
rampant.
my girl.
Shout out to a huge crime of like, yeah,
Underage,
When you-
send my way.
underage dude.
Baby,
Yeah.
won't you come my way?
Hit the whip.
that wouldn't even be illegal, but
It's like coming back.
Tom, you're underage, dude.
Coming back, what they were
I'm
talking about with
18.
texting.
All right, what were you saying about
Coming back-
texting and
coming
how
back-
it's better? You get to know people
I
better
was saying
via
it's like,
texting
yeah.
than
you
talking
get to-
them face to face.
No, you don't get to know people better. It's like you can initiate like a friendship with that, and then like you're not gonna when you meet somebody, you're not gonna just immediately be like, oh, let's hang out like tomorrow. Like you normally like get their number, then start texting them, and then you're like, oh, you want to hang out? Like I think nowadays at least it's like kind
back
of
in the
necessity.
day, well, that's what they did, right?
Yeah,
They
back
like
in the
wanna
day,
hang
I
out.
wish that'd be
Like,
nice
that'd
still
be
back
cool.
in the day, but like, think of all the other things that would suck back in the day.
Native
Like,
You know what I
You're talking
think?
about Native Americans.
Imagine
yeah,
if we
Native
legit
Americans. I
didn't
wish.
have phones to text with, and all we cared about was getting food. Native Americans.
Hey, all right, John. I completely agree with you. I've always thought that.
Yes.
Are you
being
kidding
the
me?
Natural,
Yes.
I've been waiting to tell you this, but
Oh my
I
god!
always. I
Should we
love-
actually argue this real quick? Can I say
All right.
one
Wait,
thing?
this
Yes.
is like the fourth.
Hang on, we can't.
Don't you want to be able to drive through a building and grab whatever food you want and watch whatever game on TV
Drive
you
through
I have
want?
to worry about
building?
all this stupid
whatever-
stuff.
Are you a terrorist?
Why did you say that?
He said, "Don't you want to be able to drive through a building?"
And take the food.
Terrorist!
Did terrorists just steal things and not
Yeah.
like hurt people?
No, driving through a building would hurt people.
Okay, hang on. I want to bring it back to the topic. Let's not.
Yeah, let's not go to
digress.
this Native
Native
American
Americans,
thing
no,
and how
please.
because we already
No,
know.
come on. All
The
right.
We already know Native
Americans.
Americans are the
Quink,
best
I don't wanna hear
time
that
to
word.
live.
Living
One
as
more
a
time.
hunter-gatherer would be fucking dope.
Yeah, oh
Guys,
my God.
Quink
That
and
would
the-
be. I think
Just
that's
worrying
Oh.
about hunting and gathering. Like that's all that's on my mind.
Banging
Quink and the B team already settled this. aka
Bears.
We've
B,
never
the
technically-
Butler team.
Technically, it's been on
Bears.
at least 5 episodes.
It's
We
never
haven't
been
settled
settled. Never been settled.
All right, well, it's an open debate that we're not going to attack right now. But
No
anyways,
debate, we're gonna open.
it. And
texting.
debate.
Problem with texting and the intrigue behind texting, in my opinion, is the response time. You get a lot of
Mm-hmm.
time to think about what you're going to say and don't have to like deal with someone staring at you while you're thinking. There's
I feel
no
like
pressure.
I feel like that's good. I feel like
Yeah.
it's good to.
But you could be the perfect.
It's
you
good
could
to
be
be
your
able to
perfect
have
self.
to-
Then you're not like being yourself.
And that's the
Right,
thing.
yeah.
and
You
they can't see your reactions.
You
And they
say-
can't
Yeah,
see
the lack of reactions.
You say things that like they want to hear and you want to say, but like when you're in the heat of the moment, a lot of times you say shit that you really
dude,
mean,
it's
but
good to-
like you
no,
don't.
it's good
really
to be
wanna
the
say.
kind of person. It's good to be able to not text people and to be able to be in person and just like be smooth in person and
Yeah.
to make things work
Yeah.
out
in person, you
'cause
can't
that's
pause for
that's
5
real.
minutes
In
and
person,
say,
right.
"What am I
Yeah,
going to
I'd
say
rather
now?"
be talking to you in real life than texting you.
Well, I know, but that's the
About
problem. Is that
something.
like maybe it's easier to text, but
Well, the
it's
ba-
better to be able to do it in person.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
what
as
we're
good
saying.
as
That's
it
what
is.
bad
I
thing
want
is
to
that-
see what your what your body language is when you're talking. You know?
The bad thing
Yeah.
is like,
like
the,
how you're
Yeah,
what
exactly.
you mean by what you're saying.
Great
the bad
point,
thing is
James.
like
I'm
the
serious,
requisites
dude.
on texting.
Thanks, man.
Like you have to like, there's expectations like that you text like if you're like on break, especially like you have to like be texting people that you're friends with. Like you want to be like be in contact with them,
Yeah.
but like texting is necessary for that.
Yeah, texting's good.
Like,
Texting's good, but
Yeah,
it's
this
not
is
like,
less.
and
it shouldn't be like.
but
it
also
should
like
be your go-to thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like the time. Like I don't know. You just have to like you have to respond in like good time, or
No.
else people like
I
panic
don't.
and
Hey,
stuff.
I set the precedent early, and like sometimes I'll respond. You should not have to like be completely available to someone all the time. Like
You don't have to be completely available all the time, but you have to be like
No,
completely
if you
available.
respond
hey,
right away,
sometimes
it
I'm
seems
not
like
going to
you are.
respond, and like you shouldn't think that's crazy because I'm like with my family, and I can't have a texting conversation right now. Like
Yeah.
you know,
if
what
you
I mean?
want to
It's-
talk to me that badly, come over. And
come over. Yeah,
Well, it's
talk
fine
face to face. and
It's fine. Like
we can
if,
hug and stuff. Right?
it's fine every once. I feel like it's acceptable. Like most
like
a lot of the
insane.
time to like respond every like 20 minutes or something, but then like certain times you have to like respond
It's actually-
quickly.
I don't think. So. I mean, like
Certain times, yeah, I
certain
feel like
times when
it's
like an
required to like
emergency
have
or
your
something.
no.
Like sure, but
Well, I feel like there's certain times that it goes into texting conversation, and you.
I
are,
take.
like,
I think you
need
should
to do
take
that.
texting very not seriously because I think personal like face-to-face relationships are the most important thing you can.
Yeah,
you know?
So
You know
I'm supposed to have a
whoever-
face-to-face
much over
relationship with
texting.
somebody.
Whoever
in
judges
Iowa
me off
right now.
texting, whoever judges me off texting, I'm not gonna like you.
This
Want a hug.
Yeah.
well, this conversation is diverted a little bit
Yeah.
Yeah, go back to the
from
top.
from like how virtual
This
communication.
is a good conversation.
I think we.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
we
yeah,
agreed
it
with you.
is.
We
Yeah.
I
agreed
think
with
our
you.
kids are gonna be weird.
Well, our kids, will,
Yeah,
everybody's
they'll be-
kids will
Unless
always
I
be
raise
weird.
them
Weird in the
the
way
way
that
I
we have
want
no
to.
idea what's gonna happen.
It's just because they'll have less interaction like on the like daily with people. They'll have more interaction with their phones and like
Yeah, it's just like from like growing
hey,
up.
you
They
know
might
what?
have FaceTime
Guys,
and
we're-
stuff. And
we're
like
like-
a lot
Guys,
more of
our
that.
kids are going to be as smart as us, and we've figured out
They're
that face-to-face
smarter.
interaction is better. So maybe they're going to
Yeah.
figure out that
Well,
too.
maybe
Yeah.
they're smart.
You know what I
Let
mean?
me make a point real quick.
I think
I've
kids
like
might be smart.
What if they have telepathic communication?
Yeah,
That'd be
what if
sick.
we?
That's
What if
I
they
think
have
I would
sick
love
to be
that. I would
Would that be weird?
I would be so.
That would be weird. I'd
be
love
weird as
that.
hell.
stop hitting the table and microphone.
Yeah, we probably lost
Tom's
a
been
little
like
bit.
hitting the table.
I would be
this whole
so
time.
jealous of my kids. They telepathic communication.
Tom, you've been slapping the table.
That was the first time I've hit the table.
Tom, don't flip it. All right, so let me make a point real quick. I've like, as I've grown up and like pondered like having kids, I've grown to respect my parents a lot more because like,
You're only
They-
saying this because your mom's listening to this shit, huh?
shout out Mrs. George. We know you're listening out there.
That's not
Is that your mom?
It's not my. It's not my mom. I wish she was my
Oh
mom.
my god! Holy shit!
But
What is going on?
no, but okay, but just like pondering having kids and like how I would raise them has like definitely made me respect my parents more because they could have just like what you said or what John said, how you like want to raise your kids, how like you want them to be raised. Like that will definitely be, that will
them how you
definitely
wanna be
I
no,
do want to
okay.
raise my kids
raise
the way
them
I want
how
them to be raised.
raise them how you want, how what you think is right, like what
how
your
you would
what
want
your
to be
upbringing
raised
taught you is
yourself.
right. What your upbringing taught you is right. But like the society that they grew up in will be completely different. So, like, you trying to raise them how you thought was right, which is, like, what our parents may very well have been doing when we fought them on stuff, like, would be different from how other kids are being raised in, like, the modern world and how, like, they think they should be raised, and, like, they're going to combat that.
It's like we'll be telling our kids, like, go outside, like, socialize with people, and then they're like, this is normal, Mom, to not, like, ever go outside.
socializing
Exactly. It's crazy, like, to think
Yeah,
that...
same thing happened to us.
What if all the nerds go outside and all the bullies are just like, you went outside?
Yeah, like, society just flip on its head at, like, the indoor...
God, you were so fucking tan, that's embarrassing.
Like,
All the pale people are so cool.
if the basement-dwelling, like,
acne and, like-
acne-ridden people become, like, the popular kids and, like, the...
sports people.
Esports.
Yeah,
Esports.
esports.
Sports is just all esports
Oh
in
my
the future.
The president is just, like, an MLG
Oh,
gamer.
that's-
Like,
The coolest kids in school, like,
Donald
beat
Trump.
the
Alright,
video
this is
game
not my topic,
championship
but
last
correct me
week.
if I'm wrong, but esports should never be a thing that gets
Can we not
popular.
talk about this?
Yeah.
We talked about it
I don't
yesterday,
know.
but
What's
like,
your real? Let's just move on to your real.
okay,
Let's move on to
so
your real
in summary,
business.
our
Alright.
kids will be weird, and we're just going to have
should
to
we
try
say
to
if
deal
we
with it.
disagree or agree with Alan?
Yeah, sure.
And in summary, music, I'm pretty scared about how music is going to develop because I like EDM and all that
You're
stuff.
giving too
but
much to talk about.
You
What's
know,
your what's your like just one main point?
Music
Music,
should be
music should be
Kids are gonna
not
be
your
weird.
part of
Kids
your
are
Kids
gonna
are
be
gonna be
weird. Tom,
weird.
what do you think?
Yeah, kids are gonna be weird to
James?
us.
They'll get more weird, yes. John.
Yeah,
Yes.
weird.
I mean, like, depends on what you
They'll
mean by
get
weird, but I think they'll be
less
fine. I
social.
honestly think
They'll
they'll
be
fine.
strange to us, though. Like they'll
But-
not be similar to us.
Yeah, maybe this is just a.
But we're
fear.
gonna
Maybe we're
evolve
just
with
scared.
them, so I think they're never
Yeah.
gonna be weird.
No, I don't think they'll be like. I don't think it'll be like.
I think they'll be. I agree with Max on the smart thing. They
I don't
might
think it'll be
smart enough to
uncomfortably
realize, like,
weird,
wait,
but, like-
especially because like we're raising them and we
Yeah.
can like tell them, you know, what's what.
But instant gratification is so common nowadays, like with stuff, like with technology, that it's just going to be like so weird to tell, like
no
to
sexual
teach
topics,
kids.
Alan.
Alan, God,
Instant
All right,
gratification.
I'm done.
Seriously.
All right, we're done with my
who are you,
topic.
Neo?
It's a very long topic, I know, but
All
I
right,
think it's
James.
yeah,
do you want to take it away?
Well, good
Yeah.
topic, Alan. I am.
That's all, folks.
All right.
James.
Correct me if
Thank you,
I'm
Max.
wrong.
Here's the other twin, by the way.
Yeah. By the way, this is my twin.
All right.
All right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but UFC, aka MMA, is the fastest growing sport right now.
AKA mixed martial arts, AKA the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
esports. Piss James off. So forever.
All right, well, that was kind of just like a fact that he said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
well, I don't even know if you can disagree with it being the fastest
All
growing.
right, so I guess
sport.
I win.
But
Okay,
he
next
figured it out.
topic,
He
Max.
figured it
You're
out.
up.
James is a bit of a poser in this topic in that he's not as much of a mixed martial arts fan as I am.
Not true.
I think soccer is growing faster than UFC is. Barclays
Oh.
Premier League.
But
Ever heard of NBC?
I
Picked
think-
up our.
Ever
No,
heard of
wrong.
NBC has picked up Barclays, and ever since it has, their viewing on soccer has gone up
Maybe that's
In
because they're
America.
on NBC.
in America tenfold, my friend.
That's a fact.
I don't know the numbers, but tenfold is a guarantee.
Okay, you,
Guaranteed fact.
soccer may be growing in the United States because soccer was not a very popular sport for the past 100 years.
Does anything
And
else
when our
matter?
parents were kids, they thought
I'm kidding.
soccer was
Was
for
UFC not
fairies
popular in the 100 years?
and the such. So now UFC is a man sport. We're talking about men's sports here,
Oh, my
not
bad.
women.
Oh, yeah.
Soccer.
That's our fault.
except for the
Oh,
fact
Oh,
that
I thought you were talking about women's sports as well.
So
Also,
well,
The only-
I mean, James,
yeah,
you're
women's,
clearly
men's.
glossing over female mixed martial arts.
but female mixed martial arts is also awesome. Holly Holm
No, he doesn't like it.
Ronda
and
Rousey.
Joanna Jurczyk.
Ronda Rousey got beat.
Joanna
Let's get
Jędrzejczyk. He
Rousey
doesn't know how to
to
say
men.
these
Jacek.
words.
And shouts to Joe Rogan.
God,
But,
stop
okay,
shouting
so-
people out, dude, who are never gonna hear your.
Please,
shout
Joe
out.
Rogan.
As-
Listen.
As the better brother here, I'm going to change the topic for him, and that mixed martial arts is the most exciting sport right now to watch. And I think that's a topic we can actually discuss and
I
not
disagree.
just a potential fact.
This is so.
MMA is the
opinion-based.
best
I
sport
disagree.
ever. It's the
Completely
most
disagree.
primal
Completely
to our
disagree.
base instincts, and it's the most entertaining to watch.
There's no teamwork.
What are we,
there's
animals?
No, there's no like beautiful plays. There's no.
there is beautiful plays,
Other
an awesome
sports
kick,
things.
an awesome punch that lands perfectly, and
It's beautiful
looks awesome.
movement.
It's
I don't know, dude.
beautiful.
I agree. I
It's-
love
it's
UFC. I'll be honest. I love UFC, but there's
It's an
nothing.
art.
There's nothing like a team
Most
sport
exciting,
that like.
though. He's saying most exciting.
Most exciting. It's not exciting that often. Only when
There's-
someone like gets knocked out really.
A knockout
early
is
or-
one of the most exciting things that can happen in the sport, and any sport.
I think
I
that's
think
a problem.
I think one of the most exciting sports is hockey because like
Yeah,
There's-
hockey's up there.
there's
Hockey's
constantly,
absolutely
like-
up there.
hockey, like every chance, like every time they, like are like at any moment there could be a goal. There's so much going on, and like every chance is a scoring chance. It's
But
an amazing.
I just want to
sport.
bring this to the
Stop.
to the table.
Stop.
Tom's fly is unzipped.
Oh no! It's
Did
like he was
go
just
to
in the bathroom or something.
But okay, so you have.
Why'd you go to the bathroom, Tom?
In the middle of our
Alright.
podcast.
But so you have.
I wasn't interested in the topic.
Boom.
So you have UFC or you have hockey, which is like a few like 5 to 7. I don't know, like
5 people
no,
on each team on the ice.
2 to 7 goals a game, like
Oh.
1 to 7 goals a game or something. So you get like
One
a few,
knockout
like
per game.
a few exciting moments in hockey, few climactic moments. Then you get big hits throughout, so you get sustained
Chances to tie it
entertainment.
up.
But UFC is just 3 or 5 rounds of 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And it's just all like every moment you need to be watching because it's just anything can happen.
That's how hockey is.
And
I think the
knockouts can happen, but hockey
It's-
you can kind of lose interest if
Dude,
it's
I
just.
think
argument-
the problem with
or any
how
other
short
sport.
it is that it's
And
like
there's one
not
climactic moment.
as memorable. It's not like I wouldn't say like I don't know like
I
I'm
feel
just
you. Yeah,
thinking
that's a good
about
point.
I'm just thinking about the Michigan State football game against Iowa.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking about how amazing of a full
Yeah.
game that was, and it was like a 3-hour thing that was just like
Yeah.
will go down in my mind as like one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Well, like a UFC fight could last like
James,
13 seconds.
UFC
and
is
will
cool,
immediately
but
come
to
out
be
of my
honest,
mind.
I don't even
But
count it as like a
that's-
real sport. Like it is a sport, obviously.
It's
but
just
it's
like
not like
fighting.
a real like. It's not
Well,
like
I
a real.
think that's the difference
sport
because
that-
even though John doesn't go to Michigan State and I do, and that game was awesome, but I honestly enjoy watching fights a lot more than I do watching
I think
football.
yeah, that's personal preference. I mean, like
That's
it's hard
just
to,
personal
Yeah.
preference. Like you're going to be way more excited, and that's going to be stuck in your mind more than like a UFC fight would be for me.
Yeah, how do we argue about what's a better sport?
Well, I kind of
It's
agree
all
with you.
personal
Sure.
preference.
On the something could happen at any moment. That's I like kind of agree with you in that, and that's why like hockey is my favorite sport to watch because like baseball or something like what's like the only like if there's nobody on the base like the only thing that could
Baseball
big
is one
that
of the
could
most
happen
boring
is like
sports to watch.
a
Yeah,
home
big-
run.
you just brought
Like
up the
soccer like takes a while like get down the field.
This is like lunch all over again. Can you guys like just stay focused on us?
And then like just like most other sports it like not it can't be like within like 10 seconds there's a goal or something, and then I like hockey because that is the case.
Jesus, dude.
All right. Well, I'm going to counter what John said real quick in support of James, and that.
Stop, Max.
So like he was talking about how that moment of the touchdown against U of M will forever live down in his mind, but like.
No, he was talking about
I
Iowa.
was talking about Iowa.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It wasn't a specific play either. It was
Yeah.
the whole game.
It's like how
Except that LJ Scott TD.
That was a good
shouts to
moment.
LJ Scott.
I remember that full drive as just the most nerve-wracking.
I need to stop giving shots.
All right.
But,
you need to.
like lasting 13 seconds. So the Conor
I'm a
McGregor
little
Jose Aldo fight, like that was one of the most like I told people this like it was my most like I was the most excited I've ever been for a sporting event since the 05 Pistons went to the finals for a second time in a row. That was the most. I was so fucking excited for this.
And it was over in 13
And Conor McGregor knocked out Jose Aldo in 13 seconds, and I did not care at all because there was so much hype behind this fight. There was so much build-up, like insults that were extremely entertaining.
You have such a short attention span. Can you just listen?
By saying that he did not care at all, he means that he didn't care that it was so short and it was still awesome.
Yeah.
It was
Same with
just like
50 minutes.
the insanity of the
So you did like it?
yeah, the
Oh, I
insanity.
thought you said that you
sorry.
didn't care.
I didn't
Like,
get to fit. I didn't.
Misphrased.
I
Bad
care
phrase.
about
Okay,
it.
yeah,
Max,
that's very
Max distracted
deceiving
me. Max
words.
distracted me. I cared a lot.
Sorry, alright?
I was just insanely surprised by what happened. Like he dismantled a 10-year champion in one punch, and it was just like the craziest thing that he had just like predicted exactly how it happened, and he did it, and it was just
With the size of a hype, with the hype train, the size of a country behind him.
yeah, and he like and like
The
you.
hype train.
You're like an announcer. I like
The hype train, the size of a country.
He
which
has
is
all of Ireland behind him.
Like literally everyone in Ireland they just fight all the time and they love fighting and they don't have they have soccer as like national sport, but
They suck
they
at
don't have any
soccer.
good players, and then they have McGregor, who's the all-star up there.
Yeah, he has like his
Their country.
murals painted on walls like everywhere and stuff.
If I
He has his
supported McGregor, I
pictures.
think that would be insane. Like if I was a huge fan, that
I think
would
they
be
have.
amazing to
I
me.
think they have Notre Dame's leprechaun painted everywhere.
But
in
like
Ireland,
watching, like when you guys were playing UFC earlier, I really liked the match that went 3 rounds. 'Cause it
Mine?
was just back and forth and
Mine
like,
and
insane.
James. Yeah, that was great. That was
battle,
a good match.
a battle that lasts forever,
me and
like
James
Rory
went 3
McDonald versus Robbie Lawler is like the best thing to watch. Like a quick knockout isn't the best fight to watch, but it was just because McGregor just like came in with so much hype behind him and just shut all of his critics up in like 13 seconds. Like the fastest title defense or title.
I mean, I think
match
I think
ever.
we can all agree that UFC is like a really awesome sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
pretty cool.
MMA brings that personal factor to you. Like it's the back and forth between different fighters of like. So you could have a back and forth like recently. Odell Beckham Jr. like was like fighting a bunch with who was that Norton on Carolina. Did you
Yeah,
see?
so literally today.
See that was okay. That was
Yeah.
yesterday that stuff was happening though. So like
Well, technically yesterday. Yes.
there's
what?
tension
Odell Beckham
between
what?
teams. There's tension
like
between
an hour ago yesterday.
There's tension between teams, and like there could be some on field scrums or whatever, but like there's no real like danger in like being like disagreeing with the other team. But like when you have two fighters that are like
Hockey fights.
really pissed at each other,
Yeah, that's
that
cool.
is just so exciting to see. Like two guys who genuinely
I see that.
hating each other and going into the cage trying to rip each other's fucking heads off. And
Jesus.
That's a
like,
good point. Yeah, that's
getting
pretty cool.
behind and like getting behind one person and watching him getting KO'd or watching him destroy the other person is like either like a really like hard moment to witness or like a really exciting moment to see, and like it brings like that personalness, personal connection you have. I don't know. Like I just get behind fighters more than I get behind teams.
Sure.
I guess so.
I just find it very exciting. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I kind of disagree with that, and I don't know. I
I don't know why I
support
prefer
teams the
sports.
same way I would
Yeah,
support
but
that.
Yeah, I don't understand why I like watching
I completely
it.
agree. Like, I mean, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
UFC is
Yeah.
good. We just don't think it's the the most. I don't know.
But with the professional
Overall,
with
most
a,
exciting sport to watch.
They're
with
like
a
other
professional
sports,
team sport, you get like
including esports.
you just get paid,
Which
like,
is sick.
with professional team sports. So you just get like traded around, and it's all about like the money. It's not about like actually being part of this one team and like
I mean,
being.
dude, yes,
Okay,
it is. That's a huge
why I like college.
generalization.
That's why I like college
Well,
sports
like,
a lot.
yeah, college sports. I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, loving
Wait,
your
that's a
school is
completely
different than like
conversation.
loving your
All right,
professional
let's
team.
let's all go around and say if we agree or
But
disagree.
being like
James,
a
I guess.
personal one fighter is like.
Yeah, all right.
So what was his
Tom,
like
yeah,
actual?
James.
Correct me if I'm
UFC
wrong.
UFC.
Summarize.
UFC is the most exciting sport right now.
I
To watch.
disagree.
All right.
I agree.
It's a lot of personal preference, but
I mean, I see why he likes it, and I like it a lot. But I also like a lot of other leagues more than
I agree with that.
a lot of
Yeah.
other sports more.
All right.
I think
who's
there's more
next?
dynamic and like change. I'm next.
Max.
All right. He's talking about WWE. Next topic.
Other sports are more dynamic. That's all. Yeah.
WWE.
Okay.
WWE
All right, anyway.
is the best.
All right. Now. So
See, this is
I-
what we're talking about.
I
Tom's
was-
texting right now. He's not even paying attention to us.
pay him to get out of here. Pay him to get out of here.
Okay, I'm trying to get a text to stop sending so I don't waste my battery. It's been sending for the past like hour, so like.
Get out of here.
All right, he's paying him money to get out of here right now. Tom is left for $4.
Okay,
Very cheap.
correct me if I'm
Very
wrong,
cheap.
Mr. Maxman.
Here we go. So for a long time, I was really into artificial intelligence,
What?
and I thought it was a really cool topic to go into, and I thought it was really important for society and
You're
technology.
wrong. You're wrong. You weren't into that.
Okay, and and recently I talked to this guy who just like I told I was really interested into it. It's Don Toko. I was talking to these guys about it earlier.
The
And
70-year-old bully.
Yeah, and
Don
he
Toko?
just for like 30 minutes he told me how stupid it was and how much it's gonna hurt the world and how much like our future generations are just gonna be hurt by artificial intelligence and the fact that it might even take over and destroy humanity and stuff like that. So it's more of like I want to know your opinions on the topic.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think artificial intelligence is going to be a huge benefit to society and is going to advance technology at a rate that we could never even imagine. So, for an example,
What does this guy? What does
What does
Don
this guy
Toko
know?
know about artificial intelligence?
how
do you
I even
meet
forget
him?
what he said.
How did
but
you meet this guy?
he visited my college and like I went to dinner with him and a few other people for some reason, but basically he said that like that having robots to do a bunch of like physical jobs and stuff like that is going to leave people with no other no options to do stuff with their life, which is basically going to lead them to crime and to sin and stuff like that, and like whatever. He was a big Christian, so.
Okay.
So, but I think as an example, once we get AI will be able to test in a very, very short amount of time, like different medications through like simulations, which is going to be a huge part
Yeah,
of
that's what I was gonna say.
Curing cancer.
society.
Like, away.
Right. Seriously,
So,
like
yeah.
just like millions of simulations within seconds.
And
I mean, that's
humans
like
can do
that's
like
the goal
one
at
in
least.
like a week.
Yeah.
Right, and
Well,
because I
don't
mean
think that's
AI
actually.
AI building technology will advance way more than humans can build technology.
From what I know about, we don't know every process that goes on in our body, though. So you can't actually say, you
Right.
can't actually simulate all the processes of a body and then
Right.
put in, a
So,
different thing, unless in the next 50 years we actually, figure literally
Right,
everything
exactly.
out.
So,
that
what
goes
I
on
was
with our
thinking, I
body.
took a
So
psychology
that wouldn't
class,
work with AI.
and I was really surprised at how little we know about how the brain actually brings consciousness to fruition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and a bunch of people, so many scientists say we're 30 years away from AI, from actually being able to build AI. But I just don't understand how that can be. You know what I mean? With the fact that we have no idea how we can even how consciousness can even exist.
Yeah. That's an
Let's just go
estimate.
by and say what.
That's an estimation. The 30 years is definitely an estimation of
Right.
accounting for how.
But even if it's 60 years, it's still crazy.
Yeah,
that
it
we
is.
in 60 years, we're going to be able to build that.
I think
IBM's
30's.
trying-
I think 30's wrong because
IBM's trying so hard to get Watson to be AI.
Yeah.
He just keeps failing the Turing test.
But I mean,
What's
just
that?
That's how you
That's-
define
if,
AI.
you,
Remember
if you've
in
seen Ex Machina,
Yeah.
it's if you talk to an AI.
Great movie. Everyone see Ex Machina. Great movie.
Very disturbing, but yeah, if you talk to an AI and you cannot tell that it's an AI, cannot distinguish if it's an AI or a human, then it passed the Turing test.
Also, Blade Runner.
But I think
Also,
so. I think off of that, I'm
Inside
going to make
Out.
2 points.
That's-
Off of that,
Blade Runner's about AI too.
off
that's
topic a bit, dude.
the 30-year thing is definitely adjusting for how much society's going to or how much technology is going to continue to grow because the internet's only 20 years old, so look how much we've advanced from just that. But that's whatever. But I think that this plays into my topic of how weird our kids are going to be. What that guy said, fulfillment with what to do. So our fulfillment with life is going to change a lot. So our parents' generation, there's a lot of if you work hard and you keep yourself working and active with doing something productive, that's how you have a productive and successful
And I think I agree with that.
meaning.
I agree. I
But
think
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I do agree with some aspect. I think that mostly it's just it's personal happiness. If you are doing something that makes your chemical balance in your brain good,
You're gonna keep doing it.
then you should continue to do that.
But I think we can come up with AI without taking away
not crime,
jobs,
though.
purposes
Killing?
for people to be.
Yeah. So that's like the interesting
Maybe.
part about it
I
is
don't know
that,
about that. Like,
Eh.
Wait,
if
what
we
you
have
say?
I
that,
don't
the
know.
better the computers we get, the easier it'll be to take away. Like,
Yeah,
have
true.
computers do manual labor, especially when we build like robots to do that.
Do you guys ever think? I think my original question was gonna be: do you guys ever think that like AI would be able to take over human civilization?
Okay, I did a presentation on
could,
this. Let me
yeah.
talk about.
Oh.
Okay, so what's the one reason why when we evolved from apes, why are the apes not like? Why aren't they in charge?
a lot of
We're smarter. If
So
they
you're
are
saying
smarter
AI
than
is
us,
gonna be smarter?
since they're smarter than us, they could possibly take over the world, just like we did to the apes.
I think
Any
AI
questions?
could definitely.
Well,
take
we didn't like.
So you're saying we shouldn't build AI?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I
I
think
was
we
saying that I did a presentation on like AI in
So
general.
what's-
It was just an informative speech.
Yeah.
I think we should build AI.
Well,
I was just
How
informing
can
that
we
this could
combat-
possibly happen.
how do you think we can?
And that's the
combat
reason why it's taking so long, is because we have to combat that.
we should build a.
I know, dude. The reason it's taking so long is because it's really hard to build an artificial
And we also have to combat. There's a TED talk that came out this year about a guy who's trying to build AI, and he was saying that we need to do this, and it's taking a long time because it's hard to figure out how do we make it so it has human values. How do we make it so it thinks it's like us, and it
Yeah.
has, and it's
That would be the essential component, making it
Yeah.
like view our destruction as its destruction.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
takes a long time to program an AI to like, for every reaction, like to have a human response instead of like a program response.
to have some sense of like
Virtue and like
unselfishness, like some sense
Yeah.
of other.
like the AI in Ex Machina. Spoiler.
have that.
Thinking.
Oh, dude! Shh!
Spoiler alert.
Whoa!
Thinking that
You didn't say
she's better
spoiler
than all
alert.
the humans, and evenally
We
Spoiler,
can't
leave
put this
it.
podcast
Spoiler.
out. We can't put this out now.
it's going to be called Spoiler Alert. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right.
let's call it the AA-Team,
Okay.
since we're all better than everyone else who's.
How about the
ever been on
AAA team?
That sounds so
Double A and Triple A are worse than A. Like,
But it sounds so sick.
How about the
Tom, what do you
Q
say? Tom, what do you say with this topic? You haven't talked.
Q-Team? Like Q-Tip, the Q-Team.
twin tips.
I think
Twin tips for
AI are definitely like once we get good a good AI going. Like,
IA?
once we get good IA
Wait,
going.
wait. Are we talking about AI Allen Iverson? 'Cause that's what I've been talking
Yeah,
about.
He's gonna take over the world. I'll tell you that much.
We have to give him human
Iverson
values. That's why it's
programming
taking
is
so
so
long.
strong.
Iverson's about to cross over all the world leaders, and
Allen Iverson will
White
take over
Iverson.
the world.
White Iverson. is
White
gonna take over.
Iverson.
All right. I don't know what that is, but okay.
Have you never heard
That's
the
a
song
song.
Post
That's a
Malone?
Never heard.
Here, we'll sing it for you. No, Tom, go.
White Iverson. When I started bowling, I was young.
Oh, I have heard that song.
Yeah, and I think AI is definitely like has the possibility to take over, and I'm not really that afraid of that because I'm not going to be alive, and I think
You're gonna
Yeah, I
be.
leave
You
for
want to
one-
be their slaves?
I leave for 1 second. You let Tom sing White Iverson. But
Yeah, and Tom also just said he wants to be the slaves to the AI.
well, I think if AI are, I think that's kind of natural selection in a way, and like AI would definitely be able to like survive better than us.
dude,
'cause
they're
they
obviously
aren't
going to
mortal,
save
like,
all our braves
yeah.
and then keep
Like-
us alive for like thousands of years.
What if we can
in the
like the
alter-
fact that they're like immortal is like kind of a perk on humanity. They
What if we
kind of
can
have
put
that
our-
on
Yeah,
us.
we
Like,
also we die.
we
What
do
if we
die.
can-
They don't die
well,
really.
they do require a
Big
power
whoop.
source, though. So they are in a way immortal, or immortal if you deprive them
Oh
of
god,
electricity.
there's another topic I need.
What if we can?
Electricity.
What if we could transfer our own consciousness, like in Chappie?
One thing,
Oh,
can I say
that'd
That
be
would
so
be
sick.
really
That'd be
good.
cool. That'd
I
be
would
cool.
like that.
I'd like that. I think that.
As long as I get to sound like Chapman.
Can I say one
But
thing?
then with
Can I say
DMT
one thing about
release, if you
energy?
die,
Can I say
on
one
when
thing
you're
about
in AI,
energy?
oh, what about that?
Can I say one thing about energy?
It would
No,
change
it
death.
wouldn't.
It would change death so much.
On the
You
topic
would
of
die
energy.
if you're an AI.
On the topic of energy, here's what we need to
No,
do.
we're not going to talk about energy.
The government needs to stop like putting barriers on like coal factories and oil factories, oil rigs and stuff like that. and they need to put incentives on finding new energy sources instead of blockading the stuff that hurts our economy and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Incentives only go so far, dude.
I think
if
we
they
should
can.
No, and dude, we're running out of resources. We need to find new ways to make energy.
I
You
know,
what I mean?
but
And we
if
need to
you-
put incentives. The government
we
should
need
put
to stop,
incentives on
like-
that instead of blockading other stuff that hurts the economy.
They already do incentivize green energy, and they
Do they?
yes, they do.
Yes.
They do
What's
incentivize
green energy, dude? The green energy
Renewable
we have
energy
is not
sources.
are not long term solutions.
Well, solar energy is a long-term
Solar
solution.
energy, wind
We
energy.
need to get rid of fracking.
The power,
Fracking
the
is
power.
terrible.
fracking is awful.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of it eventually, but let's use it while we
Like,
have it, and it's working,
no,
and we don't
not
have other
use it.
solutions that are
Shouldn't
gonna
use it. It destroys everything around it.
All right.
Like the
Whatever, I
ground
should not-
around
I
it.
probably should not
soil
interrupt.
around it, and it like.
Dude, why did
All
Yeah,
right,
this
I
is
wanna
a second
move on.
topic. This is an
We should move
entirely
on.
new topic.
Talk
Do you
fracking.
think?
Why did you randomly
I'm gonna
talk
go
about
around with
energy?
this. I don't know why I did that. I was bad idea. Do you guys think AI is a good idea to research, or is a good idea to create, Alan?
I think that it is not a good idea. I think that it is going to be beneficial to technology, but I think as a human species, it's going to be a corruptive influence. I think we're just going to become extremely reliant on them or just allow them to take over. And I think that it's just going to be like the ultimate
Interesting theory.
demise. I think it's just going to be like
But we're about to debunk it.
lazy. There's a lot of
This is the
lazy.
new show we call Debunk'd.
There's a lot of laziness.
Debunked
Like I just.
by Ashton Kutcher.
Coming to town.
I don't know. It's I
Get
think
off
it,
him.
like I don't know.
put
I
your
kind of
pants
want to
back
take
on.
that. I kind of want to take it back. Like I really do want there to be AI because like
Yeah,
this
take
is
it back.
the technology progression.
Debunked.
The technological
You got
progression.
debunked.
Ashton Kutcher really got you there, Alan.
Yeah.
Oh, Kucher got me. But the
I want to take
I
it
don't
back.
okay, yeah, I
got you.
think I do take it back. I think that making AI for technological progression is going to be extremely useful as long as we can keep them from being weaponized and like tapping into our nuclear codes and like launching them at
Like
us.
I said.
But yeah, so I think that it is beneficial.
Tom?
I think we should definitely continue with AI research and stuff because,
He
like,
keeps winking.
Tom, why are
His
you
fingers and
winking at
toes
us?
are crossed. All right.
if like the most dominant species on Earth can create a more dominant species than us, like, why not?
Power to
why
you,
not do
right?
that?
You won't
Like,
be able to control
More power to
them.
you, our
I don't like
destruction.
what's
More power
why
to
does
you.
why does the like fate of the human race matter that much to us? Like if we can create
What?
something more
That's
powerful,
pretty
if we can
unselfish. That's
create
pretty
if
selfish
we can
of you.
create something more powerful than us that like can better serve the greater good than us, like why not?
What is the
Tom, are
greater
you
good
kidding me,
if
dude?
not ourselves?
Basically,
Yeah, the
you're saying
greater-
I want everyone to
Tom,
die.
we're a freaking miracle to the universe right now.
If we can create something better than us, though, why not?
Tom, we're the freaking trophy of the universe. We can
what,
under
if, what if when we... How
To
do you... Why are you
ourselves.
saying that? Can we have that as a correct me if I'm wrong?
what? Why I'm saying
I don't
that?
think we're
Can
the
you
trophy
explain?
of the
We're the
universe.
trophy of the universe. Absolutely.
For sure
What
not.
other thing? What other
There
thing
are
in the universe?
so many
Stars, planets, any
We
like
don't
anything
know.
of
There
the
could
universe
be a greater
can
simulation.
We don't-
can fathom what the universe is.
We don't
probably
know.
some
Probably
other
There
species.
could be
sentient
another...
life.
There definitely
Sure, there are
could be.
definitely other species, but all those species are trophies of the universe. We're one of the trophies of the universe.
Oh,
we're
one
up
of
on
them?
the we're up on the
One of
rack
them.
of the
Change it to
universe's
one of them.
I think
trophy
we
wall.
could be
I
one
think
of
we
billions.
get upped for like honor if we like
Could be one of
sacrifice
billions,
ourselves to like
To God?
no to like just
But then
to
we
just
would be
increase
gods.
the intelligence. Like I don't know.
No, let's
AI's
move with it. Let's
That's the history of
let's-
God.
If
let's
we
let
can move
AI
with
ride
it,
us-
if we can move with
Let's
AI,
surf
like
on
sure,
AI to
but
the
like I don't
freaking
think we
temple
can.
of
I don't
the
think we
universe,
can. They're
right?
pretty smart.
I think AI have a lot more ability for growth.
Here's what we have to do.
Yeah, let's surf.
Let's
them.
like
Let's ride
Dakin
them
did to
let's-
Chavez on the last
ride 'em home,
episode.
right?
Broke his heart. We have to call them dumb.
We have to call the AI dumb.
Yeah, make them think they're down
Make
on
'em
our
feel
level.
bad.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
it's like just name them all loser. So then they're just
Yeah.
like self esteem will be hurt, and then they won't be
Jeez,
able to
I am
succeed.
a loser.
God, this is
We
such
just gotta
a.
make sure we build them with self-esteem issues, eh?
Yeah,
It's so hard to debate
Daddy
unknowns.
problems.
It's so hard
Yeah,
to debate
that's
unknowns.
Yeah.
That's why we are
I
the main
think
trophy of
that
the
we
universe.
should not.
Yeah.
I stick with
Work
that
on
quote.
AI.
I would think we are a trophy of the universe.
I think we're one of, yes.
I think-
okay, yeah,
I like
that's what I
that
said.
quote, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're one of
We're
them.
up on the trophy wall at the freaking universe.
Let's let James
trophy room, right?
let's let James give
All right,
his
James, thank
no
you for your
AI
opinion.
argument.
Us
Okay, thank
specifically, us five.
Um,
us
onto
five
my-
are on
onto
the
my
trophy
opinion.
wall.
I think that
Go
we
ahead,
should
James.
not work on AI.
What?
Jeez, it sounded like during the discussion everyone just liked AI, and then we all Tom stuck with this thing, but
I don't like AI. I'm scared of it.
Oh.
Much like my other colleagues, Elon Musk and Bill Gates are scared.
are they really scared of it?
Yes.
Are those your colleagues, actually? Are you friends
Elon
with them?
Musk
John,
is
what's
building
your
the
opinion?
My
future.
fellow
Can I say an
company
opinion after you
owners.
about my own topic?
Yes.
Cool. Go ahead, John.
Just kidding.
Wait,
I'm not
what'd you say?
company owner.
It's your turn.
But
What are you gonna do after me?
It's
I'm
not
gonna
his
share my
turn.
opinion
It's
as
not his
well.
turn. It's still James's turn.
still my turn, sir.
Sorry, I'm excited.
I'm crying.
All
John,
right. I think AI will not be. I mean, I just think it's too. It's too easy to go bad.
Unpredictable.
It's too unpredictable. Like
I feel you, man.
if we don't program it exactly to do like the things we want it
I mean, I
to,
feel you,
a
yeah.
computer can, if it knows how to reprogram itself, it can instantaneously make itself so much better because it can just keep reprogramming itself.
I
and
just
fix
hope.
all of its
I
problems
just hope
and
that-
make itself so much better and make itself
Yes.
so much more powerful.
I just hope that the AI realizes that biologically we're a trophy of the universe, and that it's good. It's like they should not destroy us as a race because
How would it
we're
know
so
all
we're
the
so.
biology? Whatever. Well, I guess it would.
I mean, it would understand.
Dude,
I
what
mean,
if it-
dude, it took tens of thousands of years, and I know that's nothing to the universe, but I mean,
What if it scans the universe, sees so many things better than us, and is just
How
like,
could it scan
done.
the universe?
These guys
Okay.
are done.
I
Fine.
think it's
Could it
what
just-
What's wrong with
how could it just do all these things? Like, how could it
Because
scan
it's
the
the
universe?
future.
Okay, if the
Bro,
human race
If they can scan the
chill
universe,
as
if they
hell.
can scan the
All
universe
right.
and find life,
Yeah,
then
I
it's
give
worth
up.
it in that.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
worth
for
it
sure.
just for
Yes,
that.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Scan the
For sure.
universe.
We
Yeah,
have a
should
telescope,
fucking
and
do it.
it's pretty bad right now.
Okay,
So we
what's
kinda
wrong?
need something
Like,
good.
what's wrong with like? If AI can surpass us and we invented the AI, what's wrong with that? That is natural selection.
I'm with Tom here. This is like the True Detective argument that
I think-
Rust
no,
Cole
we
makes.
need
I
to
mean, like,
build
Probably
our-
better for the world
Did
too
apes
because
say
they can't
we
like.
need to build
Like
something
if
that's
they're
gonna destroy
immune,
us?
like if they're
Are we gonna
immune,
be
they
like
can
apes?
like AI could probably preserve the planet in ways that we never could because we need to like eat food and destroy environments and stuff and like.
What if
They
we-
could-
What if we?
They
we're
could
pretty-
like
we're
actually keep
inefficient
it.
compared to
They
AI.
could
Here's a
keep the
possibility.
entire planet
We're
as a
inefficient.
zoo if they
Here's a
wanted to.
possibility.
Like,
What if we give
You're a
it?
brave guy, Tom.
What if we give it
You're
such
brave.
good morals?
Thank you.
That it realizes how bad we are for our own planet and chooses to take over us.
we are very bad for
No,
our
hey.
own planet.
Those
We
are two
guys,
very interesting
One
points.
thing. I think we're more important than the planet we live on.
Well, where are we supposed to live?
And like, we can find somewhere else to live. Have you ever seen Interstellar?
Dude, that's just discrediting
guess
all of
so.
the
Dude,
life on Earth.
We are more.
What do you mean?
That's
I guess
discrediting
we're
like
more-
all of the other things that Earth has to offer, such as dogs, elk.
We can bring. Dude, have you ever heard of
Tigers.
Noah's Ark?
There's a
Dude, we
whole
can
other
bring 'em. We
planet
can bring
that
'em
has
with,
life
alright?
that has other animals.
But like
What
the
planet?
only reason that the
We
life
don't know
exists
yet.
is because
That's why
of the
we're more
planet's
valuable
conditions.
right now, is because we need to find out where.
We know there
Right.
is other life other than Earth.
But
though,
we can
because
bring
there are
because
microbes
we're
on Mars,
because
and
we're
there
people
has
and
to
we've
be.
brought so much technology to the world that we can like at some point we can move to another planet and we can survive on another planet.
But also, like as humans, we have like the ability to like decide the fate of every other species on Earth.
right, because we have the highest.
So like
form of
that is
AI will
a
be
moral
able to do
responsibility for us to like handle that properly, and I don't think we are handling it properly. I think we're destroying like way too much stuff that we shouldn't be destroying. Like
All right,
the
Tom. Oh my god,
Yeah.
this is such a good movie.
As much as I
We
don't.
need to write this movie.
What? What would be
I'm
the
just
plot?
imagining it.
As much as I don't
just
want
how much glory would humans have if we just like built AI to take to literally like we didn't even like say like no we don't want we want AI to like us. We say like
We want
we're
AI to
building
save-
AI to take over the planet. We're building AI because we're not good enough.
I think
All right, we're
That's
making
sweet.
this movie.
That-
We're
I
making
still
this movie.
no. I still think that. I
think that's what is gonna happen. I
Make
think
it.
that like
Yes.
no.
We're
I think that
hunter-gatherer
the
men.
Earth was
We're
here.
AI
I think that the
ourselves.
Earth is here so that it can hold us. I think the Earth holds us. I don't think we're just here on the Earth. I think the Earth holds us. Like
that's what it ended up being.
Tom,
but-
imagine the Imagine how insane it is that we're like conscious right now. That we can understand where we are in the universe.
How
right
long
now.
have humans
It's
been alive though? Like a
crazy.
few thousand years? Like how long has the
200
Earth been
years?
around? Like
300
a billion years?
Does the Earth know it's here? Does the Earth know we're here right now, dude?
Dinosaurs knew they were here.
Not
like,
really.
People before us,
They
like
didn't,
yes,
like,
they knew
Not,
they were
not
here.
the
They
same
weren't as sentient
not
as
the
us.
same way
but, like,
that we know.
Why did God create the dinosaurs?
I know that's what I'm. That's well, okay. Now
what I'm
that's
saying.
that's what I'm talking about. But
That's all I
like,
want to know.
the fact that we know we're here is like automatically puts a responsibility on us to like handle the rest of the Earth because we're the only like beings capable
do it.
of like determining the rest, like the fate of the rest of the world.
What if other beings on Earth were sentient and they just went extinct? Like, what if the dinosaurs were
They could've
sentient?
been.
Have they done that much study on like the actual brain of a dinosaur, or just like the
Yes,
skulls?
the
of
skull,
it?
very
It's
small.
They've
The
preserved
skull-brain
an
ratio is
actual
bad.
brain.
Yeah, I don't
The
think they were
size
that.
of a
No,
walnut.
but they knew
Alan.
that the skull to brain ratio is really small,
Correct me if
meaning
I'm
like
wrong.
they were really stupid.
To-
And also, they were reptiles, and
To
reptiles
quote
are
Land
really
of the
stupid.
Lost, the T-Rex has a brain the size of a walnut. Ooh, all right.
Actually, aren't they birds? I guess.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
Maybe.
but
Yeah.
the human brain is more important than the entire Earth.
One human
Let
brain.
alone like humans.
But the human
No.
brain has more.
Without humans, without
the
humans.
Okay, I'm
brain
correcting
has,
you.
The human brain has more connections than like stars in the night sky or something.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
human brain is one of the biggest mysteries to ourselves.
Exactly.
It named
Okay,
itself.
but we
Crazy.
need the
The
Earth.
human brain named itself.
But we need Earth.
The Earth
first
is an
to
anomaly
figure
in the
out-
fact that it can like
Where-
sustain
we
life.
depend on
But
Earth.
I
We've
think
depended
that
on Earth
saving
for
So
the
that's such a
natural
hard
existence.
question. That's such a.
That's
It's
such
a great.
a weird.
It's a great. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right.
No,
Give
but
me
it's
that.
like an
I'll give you
unanswerable.
that.
Correct me if I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
it's
We need
unanswerable.
both.
I think
Literally,
it was a,
like-
We need both things. We need
two
a,
options
We can't just
are
like
we-
float around in space.
We
and,
live
like,
in
figure things out.
It's like the quote from The Matrix. Like humans are the only organism to not be in equilibrium with our environment. We take over our environment and try and conquer it.
yeah.
Like, but should we be that? Should we take over the whole Earth and like make it ours and then move on and like try and expand, or should we be in equilibrium with the Earth?
I think we should move. We should take over and move on.
I think that I don't know. I've always like had.
We've already
I've
taken
always liked
over.
everything as natural. Liked everything to
I think-
be the way it is naturally, and I like being in equilibrium. But I also like
being myself.
like being
and being
like a progressive.
better than
How
dogs.
deep are
progressing
we getting? This is
humanity.
crazy.
Really
Well, I
deep.
think we need to try and
We are
like
getting
be in as
so
much
deep right now.
equilibrium as we can.
Well, I-
This is
At this point,
insane.
it's like
Should we move
we are
on?
already
No.
we've already
No,
conquered.
We're like so deep down.
We're so
into
deep.
the
I don't know
Earth.
if we should leave it or keep going.
I've never pondered this. I've never
I know, like,
pondered if
literally
we should
this
let
is the
AI
most-
take over.
This is the
I
most
wanna-
interesting conversation I've had in
I wanna go over
see.
a little bit on what Tom and James had to say. Tom was like basically proposing in a small way like Russ Cole's argument for True Detective.
Human sacrifice.
Should humanity just stop reading and walk
We have
hand
so
in
many
hand
references to
into
shows.
extinction and just like give up our
No.
existence
Wait.
because
No,
like for the
no.
benefit of all life.
You-
So that's Max's opinion, and like I don't really agree with that. And like
Yeah.
I feel like it's a noble way to go out. Just like realizing
Well, I
that
don't
we're
agree with that.
destructive,
Just like
but
I think you guys.
I don't agree with like just letting the world live, because like that would just eventually lead to like another human race being born out of like tigers evolving or something something like that. But
That'd be
I think
dope.
I think if we can
Let's do it.
I think if
now we
can-
have
Let's do
to.
it.
We have to.
I think
no
if we
one
can, if we can like artificially create our like what we would evolve into, I think that's necessary. I think
Yeah.
that's the next step.
That may be like nature's intention, like to create a
It seems like it is.
to create
That's not
a
how smart we're getting. And
Why is not no
being
other
that
animal
makes more.
made like a proficient language? If it
do they
like
have their own language?
Animals can
Dolphins
communicate.
are pretty
They
close.
communicate.
Yeah.
Like,
they can-
Dolphins are pretty close.
Yeah, dolphins are like.
they
also
just,
enjoy
they just
sex,
talk
I
about
guess.
like going and killing some little fish.
Pretty chill.
You made me experience high tide.
yeah. They can dolphinately communicate.
Yeah.
So
Jeez, wow, we went
still have
so
another-
far.
do we
shout
Yeah,
out Kroll Show.
Tom
Shout out
still-
Kroll Show at that punt.
Yeah, Tom, you still got.
Yeah, we're an hour 20 in. We should probably get to Tom.
Johnny,
I
We're
still have
we're
my
like
character
an hour
going
10.
wrong.
Are you gonna edit
I
this,
liked
bro?
I liked James's topic though. What if we give AIs
UFC,
morals?
UFC.
And no. I like James. No, on the AI conversation, what if we gave AI morals and they were like, holy shit, you guys are so awful for like everything around you that we're gonna kill you and like do
I feel like that's
the
what would
earth
happen.
justice.
I feel like Tom is also.
Guys, I don't think we're as bad as you guys think we are. I don't think we're people. The stuff we've accomplished there needs to be some negative effect of the amazing things we've accomplished.
Dude, the negative effect is enslaving entire like species of animals, like for our food and like clothing. That's a huge.
Do you know
moral
how
dilemma.
far of how ridiculously far of steps ahead we are of those animals that we enslave? Air
Yes,
quotes?
but they still exist, and they still like are potentially what we would have
Pigs
been if
are
not
like just
for.
as smart as dogs, and we treat them like shit.
I want to have a pig.
I mean,
I want to have a pet pig.
Yeah, pigs are like just as smart as dogs, if not smarter. They
But
can
they
recognize.
taste better
They can
than
recognize
dogs.
faces, and they get like put in cages for their entire lives and like treated like shit.
Yeah, that just
I would
makes
be
me.
vegan if I didn't love meat so much. Like,
Yeah, I
don't know.
want
Have you
to
heard of
raise my
bacon?
We're so
child
used to
vegan
it, yeah.
so that they're like,
bacon,
so they don't want it. But
I like milk a lot.
this is another topic. But like, I just feel
like the idea of killing
inclined
what you
to
eat, like
agree.
Native Americans.
that humanity is
Kill what you eat.
destructive to its own environment,
If you can't kill, you
and that
can't
may
eat it.
be like what the universe has in mind for like, I don't know, like this.
there is some way out there that we can make some kind of energy source that doesn't destroy other life.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I
Wait, were you
mean?
guys talking about?
And we just need to use our technology
Energy.
to find
Veganism?
that before we destroy
I heard
the
vegan.
planet that created us.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. if we
Wait,
had
what were you
that
guys saying about
source.
veganism?
I want some
Well-
better energy sources over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were discussing the
Oh, show.
problems with
You wanna have
humanity and how we enslave races to
Aye.
feed us,
energy? Yeah, dog. Energy, baby.
and like how AI would view that as like an awful thing we're doing and destroy us because of that.
I am like, even though I haven't like acted on it really at all, I like am a very big advocate of veganism. Like, I don't know. I think it's very. I
Yeah.
think it's very like very like.
Shout
I
out to
don't
my
know
aunt
what words.
Nicole.
I think it's a
Shout out to
very
my
noble,
Aunt
yeah,
Nicole.
noble endeavor.
Vegan.
Shout out, Mrs. Nicole.
I've actually like, I actually
Thank you.
refrain as much as I can from eating like pig because pigs are like pretty smart and
Bacon's
like
pretty
That's
good,
what
though.
we were just talking about. Did you
Yeah.
hear that?
yeah. No, I heard you guys talking about vegans, but like
Hey, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
Bacon. Yes, bacon was on his plate.
Bacon was on his plate
Breakfast.
this
Bacon,
morning.
yes, bacon from
Just
my
to
mom.
let you all know back
I
at
can't. I
home.
refrain from it as
wasn't
much as I
his
can.
fault. My
Bacon is
mom-
very hard to like resist.
All right, my
pants
mom
are made out of
force fed it
pigskin.
down his mouth, so it's fine.
That those teeth on your freaking mouth are
made out of pigs.
Okay, the reason I'm not a vegan is because like I'm so ingrained in like a culture that eats meat and like meat is very tasty.
Yeah.
Like
Meat is
it's
life.
really hard to like
Which is
not
why we need to
do
vote
it,
a
but,
vegan
like,
in
Yeah.
office.
Do you
There's,
guys
a,
want-
there's a cool company called Beyond Meats that makes like really protein-rich vegetable meat.
That's
Are
pretty
you talking about tofu? Because if you say the word tofu, I'm leaving.
I'm leaving also.
It's I don't know. Is tofu made?
Oh
of
my
plant-
God.
Oh, you said it. You
Is-
said it. I'm
is
gone.
like if
Is
I could
tofu
be
plant-based?
I have no idea.
Tom, do you want to
To-
do
tofu
your...
is soy
Yeah, Tom, you want to do? Let's
Okay, no,
Tom.
it's not tofu because it's made out of like different plants and it has more like protein than a burger. Like the burger
Spinach?
they make has more
Tom,
protein
correct
than
me if
burger.
I'm wrong.
I feel
Are you
like
talking
my
about the
topic's
fish?
gonna be like it's gonna be worse than this
Correct me
conversation.
if I'm wrong, but farts are funny.
Oh,
You're right.
Okay, should I do my correct? Are we done
Before,
with this?
before you do that,
But let's all go around
Before you
saying
do that-
whether or not we agree with
we
Max's.
did. We
we already
did.
did. It's my turn. I never said.
And we moved
stopped
down
at
to another
James.
topic. Yeah.
before you do that, quick shout out to myself for being the last man standing of not taking a bathroom break. You guys are all not dedicated to this.
I drank a lot of water.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, me too.
Quick shout out to me for not drinking this entire day for the exact reason of that.
You did.
Just didn't want to pee during the podcast, right?
All right, Tom.
I agree
Tom,
with you.
go ahead,
Tom,
man.
All right.
It's all you. The floor is yours.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but once you're in college, high school things are completely irrelevant.
Very true. Absolutely.
Can you elaborate on
correct.
what high
Did
school?
you really have to
things
write
are?
that down, Tom?
No,
I couldn't remember that topic.
No.
Just so
I
the
didn't write
audience,
it down.
just so the audience is clear, Tom licked his fingernail and turned the paper, and just
then
to
read
read
it.
this on a sheet of paper he printed.
Wait, what do you mean by high school things?
Okay, so when I see
Like you
nowadays,
know the
when I
pictures on
see
Twitter
like
that are,
Twitter
just
or
high
like
school things.
when I see like Twitter or like Snapchat stories from people in high school, like
You're better than
those things seem like so important to them. Like clear, like you can tell that they're very important things to them, and it's just like wow, I don't care about this one bit.
Yeah, clear example. Just go on Yik Yak whenever you go home to
Yeah.
Girls Point, and it's just the worst. It's just the worst. Yeah, so
I just think that look. I think they think their lives are like more important than they actually are at this point.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I thought my life was pretty important,
Yeah.
and now
like
my life is just better in every way.
Well, when you're an adult, do you look back on college and think that like college kids are stupid because they're just they're being self?
depends.
Well, I think your college life isn't. I think your college life.
hedonistic?
I think your college life is necessary because like you get to just live life to the fullest without like responsibility.
I think
college
that
seems like if you're
Yeah.
an adult, it seems like you'd look back at college as like the beginning. Of,
College is a big
Yeah.
turning point.
like the beginning of
yeah.
your adult life,
And you're like
The beginning
independent.
of you.
Like
and,
high school
what
like
you-
sucks
what you're
because
building.
like story like snap stories I see are like people like in cars and or like some random place, and it's just like very clear that they like do not have independence normally, and like you
Yeah.
can tell that it's just like
we're better
like
than them. Yeah.
moments of just like they're away from their parents, like oh they're smoking cigarettes or they're smoking weed or something like
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like it's something that they just like think is like so badass but like is not.
Yeah, I totally agree. High school is
Wow.
always. I think high school is like
What, Max? What was that?
high school is popularly viewed like in pop culture or whatever as just like very
Dazed and confused.
yeah very petty squabbles and just like bullying people and stuff like that. But when you get to college, the tables are all kind of cleared and no one like there's no high school drama.
Everyone
It's just like
shakes hands now. And
yeah,
stuff,
exactly.
Like,
You just shake hands.
Everyone's like bowing.
They're just round tables of handshaking and
Everyone's bowing,
Exactly.
curtsying, like all over the place.
That's the main
but-
good part about college.
I
Yeah.
don't know, this
college is like a self discovery and like learning and like really defining who you want to become and not like and like I guess I never
High
really
school
understood
feels
like the
like
whole
a
discovering
machine.
who you are, but like the
I feel like
And I'm just another
high
cog
school
in
is
it.
just part of the man.
I feel
you
like
know?
high school.
High school's a
High
machine,
school's
and I'm
the
just another
college,
cog
man.
in it. You know.
Maybe owned by the state.
I feel
but-
like high
yeah,
school.
fuck Common Core, fuck Common Core.
What?
I feel like high school is where you make all your like mistakes, and then you're good for college.
Oh, I've made
And then
yeah,
you
that's
figure
pretty
out-
important.
With
Then, if you make all
girls?
your mistakes there.
Yeah.
You're
there
like,
are
true.
important
Oh,
mistakes
true.
Especially
in
with girls,
college
right,
and high
Max?
school.
Are you serious right now, dude? Come on,
I'm crying.
I'm crying now.
Yeah, I definitely thank high school for its learning experiences, but
Yeah, high school is necessary to like prepare you for college, but like even seeing there's people that like at my college there's people that like had very little experience, like were very nerdy
Are
and
you
like
talking about
didn't-
yourself right
Are you
now?
bullying
Dom?
people? This sounds like a high school thing to do.
no, there were people
Honestly,
that did
like,
not
get off
part,
the
there were
cast.
people that had never drank before college and like they adapted pretty
What's
well
drinking?
pretty quickly.
Wait, what?
well, yeah. So like,
Water? Like it's
off
easy
of
to drink
drinking.
water.
All the kids out there, you
I've
probably
never drank
should.
Before I've never drank water before college, dude.
All the kids out
know
there.
how.
This
I don't
is
know how.
this is a personal opinion, but all the kids out there, you should drink in high school.
Whoa.
And
This
that
has been brought
is-
up
We already
before.
did this
And
topic.
that is
been
because
brought up.
that's because it's dangerous to wait till you're in college and you go all out.
It's
and you
risky.
Don't know your limits.
It's risky. To
Don't know your
learn
limits,
to
and you
drink
really
in
hurt
college.
yourself.
Parents should.
We already did this topic. It was risque. I almost got arrested.
for doing this.
We're not doing it again.
John is the heaviest drinker I've met.
Wow.
in my life.
right.
And I got arrested for it.
Tom goes hard. He gets kicked out of sporting events.
Oh yeah, big
He
time.
almost dies.
Oh, yeah.
Big
usually.
time.
Big
Yeah,
time in the
yeah,
big
I've got-
house.
You betcha. Yeah.
Oh, you betcha.
All right, so Tom, I agree. High
Yeah.
school becomes very petty, but when you look at it from a college perspective or post-high school perspective, but also the learning experiences are infinitely valuable.
It's really funny looking at it from
I
like
saw
college
my clothes
perspective.
from high
Honestly,
school.
Dude,
like
I'm not even kidding. I put I mean, I put a lot
Me
of
too.
like importance on high school. I really
Yeah.
do. I think high school
Well-
is a like really important time to
You know what? Fist
to
fight.
learn stuff. You want to
Yeah.
fight? Do I have to
Yeah.
fist fight him?
Honestly,
Pod-
high school is a great time
Podcast
because I like
featuring
you guys
fist
a lot.
fight. How fun would that be?
Listen
High
to this.
school is important
Here's
only
a
for the
UFC
people
fight
you meet from
podcast
like.
version.
Oh,
High school was only important from the people you meet, how you molded yourself, who you became,
whose mom you were?
and whose dad you were.
Your grades.
But once you
I
get
wanna
into
hang out with you
no,
guys
my
in high
point was
school,
like once you get into college, high school just seems completely irrelevant.
Okay, so
Hey,
I
wait.
think
Let me ask you a question.
I think high school's important,
Who do
but
you think-
I agree with Tom that I get that feeling when I see someone's Snap story or tweet that's still in high school, and I'm like, this is I'm above this. That's
Question.
literally
Yeah.
what I think.
Yes. Me too.
Yes,
Yeah,
Max.
Thank you.
Did you want to talk?
What do you think the majority of people in America, like, maybe I'm talking about, no, I'm talking about everybody.
Say about 70.
Do you, really? You think so?
Yeah, 70.
Get a pool of 70 people.
Who do you think, like, who do you think people hang out with more after college? Their high school friends or their college friends?
College.
College friends.
Oh my god, I don't know.
I don't know.
More people in
Like,
America.
what do you think the majority
I
is?
feel like I'm going to hang out with my high school
Well,
friends, as in you guys more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really
personally,
glad.
I think
Come on,
high
man.
school friends.
I think high school friends because I'm on the path I'm on right now. I'm gonna live in Grosse Pointe, so
Yeah, I'm
So-
also gonna come back to Michigan instead of Indiana, where I am. So I think that it'll
Yeah.
be probably
like my
Me
my
too.
college friends are very spread out. I like
I don't know where I'll live, but I'll definitely chill with
Yeah.
you guys, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, thanks, man.
So will you invite us to wherever you live so we can chill?
Maybe.
China.
you'll come back to Grosse Pointe, right?
We
Because
should
me
have
and
a
John will be there.
podcast China reunion tomorrow
Tomorrow in China?
Let's go.
in China.
Well, I think maybe high school friends might be who you're more inclined to because college is such a diverse environment that you don't really like. You might not relate as well to the other to
Depends
some
if you
people.
go to Hillsdale or not, though.
Yeah, true. In public colleges, like there's such a diverse environment, you
can't
might not
take that.
relate to everyone. But if you went to the same high school as someone, like you kind of grew up with them and have very similar experiences.
Nostalgia, right?
Well,
So,
I feel like
I don't know.
you three, Max, James, and Alan. I feel
Why not
like,
me?
Because me and you both go to school out of state. I feel like you three would have like probably like more college friends. Like, because from my parents' experience, like I don't know. I don't think I've ever met somebody from my parents' like high school, and I have met like a bunch of their college friends. They like. It's probably just biased based on what your parents like did, basically.
Yeah.
Like my parents are very good friends with their college friends,
Yeah, my parents are good friends with
And-
my college friends, or now they're high school friends.
and
Yeah,
so I
I'm-
think that's kind of what your opinion's based off.
Well,
of.
they're from Grosse Pointe, though. It depends on if you live in your hometown or you live, like, where you went to college, I guess.
Well, but if you go to like a local college,
Yeah,
like my parents went to like UDM, which is in
That-
Detroit, so they like met people
you
from
think that
the
has a
area.
correlation?
And
Well, I
all
think
the people
no,
that go
because
to-
you
They don't
three
have to
all
move
go
far
to
away.
you three all go to
From
schools like pretty close to like here. You could meet people from Grosse Pointe.
There's still people from all over. But
There's people from all over, but like
All over Michigan,
all
mainly.
over is in like 3 hours from you
all
maximum.
over at Michigan State, 70 to 80% of people are from Michigan, so yeah.
There's like a ton of people. Like at my college, there's a ton of people like that live like 15-hour drive from me or something. Like in like California or Florida, like
Yeah.
just all.
Have you
over
ever
the
heard of
country.
Iowa?
We
Ever
beat
heard of
them.
it?
Shout out State. Go green, go white.
Yeah.
Gonna beat Bama.
Gonna beat Bama. Gonna beat Oklahoma. Yeah.
You're calling OU State.
So
in
when
the
do we
finals?
announce
Yeah, I'm
that
calling
I
OU
win?
State. By the way, if you guys want to hear my predictions, OU State in the final. State wins by 57,000. All right.
Okay.
So when do we
I don't
announce that I
accept
won?
Okay, so this is the time where we announce that you win. We go
Everybody
around and
vote.
vote first.
Wait, we need to
Everybody
vote.
vote
We
on
vote
my
on
topic.
Tom.
Say yes or no.
Say if we agree.
What was it? Say it again. Say it again.
Say it.
Once you get into college, high school things are irrelevant.
Agreed.
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 Disagree.
The way you put it that way. Well,
Disagree.
other people's high school things are irrelevant.
Yes,
My
but-
high school things are very relevant.
My
Yes.
thing, yeah, high school. Things.
Wait, you mean you're not including yours at all?
No, I'm saying like looking at like Trevor Jones's Snapchat story. That's just like what the fuck? Like why does he?
Sorry,
think this is
Trevor.
important?
Please
High-
don't stop listening.
High school problems become irrelevant
No, dude. I think they were very. I think they
What if
very
Trevor
much shape
Jones
who
is
you
secretly
become in
listening
college.
to
Like
podcast
finding
all
parties
the
and
time?
stuff in high
Fucking-
school is just like, wow, why was I like
Dude,
concerned about
I think
that?
it
Like,
shapes. I think it shapes what you become in college. I think it matters a lot.
Tom isn't arguing against the high school
What if one of us
experience.
is?
I'm
famous?
not
he's
arguing about
arguing
high
against
school
us.
experience.
What if
I'm
one of us
arguing
is
about
famous
looking
later
back
and
at
then they
high
find this
schoolers.
podcast,
Yeah.
and they, like, listen to us and they're like
How much of a loser?
shared and they're like, wow, he was so smart back then. Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, John, no, all right,
All right, so
you're up.
everyone agrees but me.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I
Alan,
gotta
do
do
you
my
agree?
topic.
What?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
No, you
we should
already
all,
did it.
We should all die.
Oh no, you did your time. You were first. Sorry.
All right,
It's
what are we
everybody's
doing?
gonna-
Voting
yeah.
on? who's-
So everyone votes on who they think. So here's how we're gonna do it. So it's unbiased. We're all going to
Vote on ourselves.
type it on our phones.
My phone's out of battery.
All right, everyone say their topic. So
Okay. See, you can't be a part of this then. You already lost.
Crap.
Dude, it's charging right there.
All right, I'll go around.
It's not really working.
John was we should all die artificially before
Yeah.
we really die.
Mine was that whole AI conversation and stuff.
Artificial intelligence.
It wasn't
I was.
we should. I said it would be a great experience for everyone to have.
Our kids are going to be crazy weird to us. Tom was high school problems are now irrelevant looking back. And James
UFC.
was mixed martial arts, aka the UFC, is the most exciting sport today.
Okay, I've got mine.
All right.
I'll just say mine at the end.
Okay. So everyone just put them down on the table. We'll all read everyone's, so no one can change. All right. We have 2 maxes so far.
hey, don't influence their decision.
Max,
Aw.
3 maxes. So that's an automatic win for Max.
All right, well, Max just
Oh,
thanks,
I voted
guys.
for Alan.
Thank you.
I put Alan too.
All right, well,
so-
I had Alan, Max, John,
Max
James.
just brought up AI, and we can all talk about that for
And plus, it went on the most insane
Yeah, we.
tangent. Yeah.
tangent ever, which was the deepest.
Why, did I
conversation
get?
I've
Did
ever
I
had.
get any votes?
Yeah, me too. And
It was-
I was the main deepness,
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
you're
I
right.
feel like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
this vote
So
was
mainly
based,
I won, you
based
guys.
a lot off like the
James
topic,
here?
not
I
like
never
the
won
contribution.
anything.
I
What
think,
do I get?
Well, I think Max I think his topic caused a lot of deep thinking.
What do I
it did.
get? Do I get a
Wait, is
prize?
it top? Who won on topic or who won on
No, it's
contribution
who-
overall?
Who had the best overall show?
luggage? Do I get
Oh, okay.
luggage, dude?
Yeah,
So Alan
win
takes back his vote,
Samsonite.
and he votes for
Samsonite.
himself, and Alan wins.
Oh,
Alan wins.
Oh,
All right, Max won. This was a good podcast. Thank you guys for coming out.
thank you for having us, John.
No problem. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Sorry,
this
we're-
Friday.
Actually, no, we're religion neutral. Happy holidays.
If your parents don't
Happy
give you
holidays.
great
Christmas,
Except
though.
Christmas is this
Okay, I go to
Friday,
Notre Dame,
so
so Merry Christmas.
Merry
Yeah.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Christmas is this Friday, so Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everyone else.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Happy Kwanzaa,
Wow.
mainly.
Thank you guys for listening. See ya.
It's due.